3 and a possible.
Maybe.
NBA offseason is here. It's been a pretty light week. So
Yeah, so far it's only Monday.
We're gonna kick around some topics. We're gonna play a little start sit cut with some legends of the game, some current players in the game. We're gonna talk about a little bit of news, but there's not a ton of news to talk about. So, y'all ready to get after it?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get it. Well, after all the excitement last time, Kevin Durant demanding a trade and everything, he's still in net. So, doesn't seem like a ton has happened, but here we are. I heard there was some dinners happening in Vegas while Summer League's going on with Sean Marks. So, maybe things happen over dinner. You know what I'm saying? That's when things happen. Things happen over dinner. So, we'll see. But he's still in net. So quickly, Joseph, what are your thoughts on this whole Kevin Durant situation? It sounds like today that they said Kyrie Irving talks are being put on pause until KD gets worked out.
I low-key think the owners all came together and said, we're going to take some power back from these players. Because it's ridiculous what the Brooklyn Nets want for Kevin Durant. Like, you're obviously not going to get equal value for Kevin Durant. They asking for everything, bro. They want everybody you own and your land. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, so that's just how I look at it. I think it's some of the owners probably went to the Brooklyn Nets and say, man, hold out as long as you can. Like we got, because the players are running. You have a player on a 3-year contract, and he just decided to blow the whole team up.
4-year contract.
4-year. Well, you got 3 left, or you still got 4? They still own him for 4 years. Yeah, and then he can just blow it up like that. I don't think the owners are going to let that slide, because the players have been in control for about a decade now, and I think they want that power back.
Devion, what do you think? What are your thoughts on the whole KD situation in Brooklyn? You think we're going to get a resolution here soon, or is this going to drag into the season? Like,
it's gonna happen before the season. I don't know. I think you got a point there with the owners trying to take power, but I just think honestly, shit, KD ain't made a decision yet. It's really like if he say I want to move here, he go push. You know how he is. He social media whore. So all he gonna do is go in there and like, you gonna start seeing him with pictures with somebody else, and he gonna be doing a little sneak little sly little remarks on Twitter or something, and be like, oh yeah, I'm doing this and this and this. So I really think he's just trying to make his decision, like with the next young player he thinks is gonna be that dude. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I think, my thoughts when we was talking about before, I'm thinking he gonna end up with Miami. Sun seemed like a good pick where they gonna think they're gonna do with the Aiden and all that stuff. But if what they asking for KD, man, what the hell the Suns gonna give him? What they gonna give Brooklyn? And if you get stuck with Kyrie, what are you gonna give them to make them decent? You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna probably bet.
Let's talk about that for a second, Devion, because I think that's a good point. Because one, like, I don't even think the Ayton thing is possible unless Ben Simmons was going to get moved, because Ayton has made it pretty clear he wants a max contract. And so then, for the same reason that a lot of these teams can't send their good young stars, would be the same reason that DeAndre Ayton would be disqualified from a trade to Brooklyn. Now, if he takes less than the max, they could have him. But let's put all of that even aside. If you're the Nets and you're going to have to build around Ben Simmons now, like that looks like your future, why in the world would you want DeAndre Ayton?
Thank you.
You just saw Philly not work with Ben Simmons and a big as like his co-star. Joel Embiid's a hell of a lot better than some fucking DeAndre Ayton, and that couldn't work. So you think putting the lesser version of him is going to be the thing that makes it work in Brooklyn? No, it doesn't even make sense from a basketball point. Why would Brooklyn want DeAndre Ayton? Like, to me, the key for Phoenix with DeAndre Ayton is trading him somewhere for a bunch of picks, so then they can like package like 6 picks together with Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges. I think that's how Phoenix gets that trade done. I think if it comes down to players, I think if it's just between Phoenix and Miami, I think Miami can give them more attractive players to build their team out. But Phoenix has that chip right there for DeAndre Ayton. If they want like a Utah type trade where they're getting just a bunch of some role players and a whole lot of fucking picks, that's where I think the chip is with Ayton. But I'm glad you said it, DeAndre or Devion, because I've heard I almost called you DeAndre. That's so disrespectful. I'm so sorry. No, but I've seen so many people think like, oh, DeAndre Ayton's the best player that Brooklyn can get at. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, not if you want to build a team that's gonna go anywhere around Ben Simmons. Like, I don't think that's the guy you want. I don't think that's like
he's as good as he is because you got a point guard like Chris Paul that can make him shine. You gonna go in there and go get a glorified Tyson Chandler with less defense. He's not gonna go to Brooklyn and gonna be out here shining. Like, who gonna give him the ball? You got a bunch of people on there who either gonna score, can't score. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense as like from a basketball standpoint or to even win. Why would you want him? I wouldn't take him. I would go take them young players from like if you did like a sign and trade, and I try to get like a Miles Turner or something, or I go and try to get you know what I'm saying, them young players from Miami. I take like a Hero, Duncan. I'll take all that around because Kyrie gonna be out of there, and you can fill that in.
You can fill that in with Kyle Lowry, Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson. That team fits Ben Simmons a hell of a lot more than some DeAndre.
Yeah, that's easy because you ain't getting no picks.
Players wise, Miami I think has the edge over Phoenix, but I think Brooklyn's gonna want picks. So I think that's where Phoenix has a slight advantage. Now, if they want like some combination, then who the fuck knows?
Well, what picks? That's what I'm saying. Like, what picks are they gonna get from these? Like, you might as well go get some bum ass team and try to get their best player, and then get the first round picks if they got any. But like, what picks are they gonna get from these teams that's even interesting? You know.
Well, right. If you're getting picks from Phoenix or Miami, like those picks aren't going to be.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. I'm taking.
But that's where the Ayton part becomes important because if they trade Ayton to some fucking Indiana and they get picks from Indiana,
okay,
Indy's picks could be interesting. So I think
they getting some picks. Like Indiana.
Yeah, so that's the game. I think
they got a couple years.
I'll give you that. That makes sense. With Indiana part do make sense, but. Man, that's
all right. Well, let's talk about the Indiana because today they said Ayton to the Pacers in a sign and trade was close. So, Joe, I don't know if you've heard this. I saw this. I think even Woj put this out there. So I don't think this is any groundbreaking news. But what do you got? I know we just talked about it from Phoenix's side. We get why Phoenix wants it. It makes all the sense in the world for Phoenix. I need one of y'all to explain this to me from Indy's perspective. Joe, I'll let you try first, but what is Indy doing here?
I have no idea. I mean, I really have no idea. I think it's Rick Carlisle trying to take over and create a whole culture is the only thing I can think of because there was so much turmoil early on in the last year in the season with Rick Carlisle coming in and trying to create a culture. And you see he got rid of Sabonis. You see that Michael Brogdon's gone. I mean, all they really have is Halliburton and Miles Turner right now. So to me, I think
Buddy Hield, I think, still there under contract.
Oh yeah, Buddy Hield, that's right. So I think that's what they're just trying to build a different culture around there. I don't know. I think Ayton is an improvement.
What culture though?
Or even Sabonis. Yeah. I don't know.
I need you to expand that because, like, DeAndre Ayton, from what it sounds like, has been pouting in Phoenix
the whole time. I don't know.
And, like, that's, like, seems to be their thing with Miles Turner. Miles Turner has wanted a bigger offensive role. Right. And so I'm just like, are you planning on giving DeAndre Ayton that bigger offensive role? Like,
because Rick Carlisle is going to use him like Tyson Chandler. Like, he's not going to use him offensively like that because he's not that dude. So I don't know where Ayton. I don't know why Ayton thinks he's gonna. The Ayton situation don't make sense to me either. But that's just the way the NBA is now. The whole situation makes no sense. I mean, but it is what it is. I guess they got Halliburton out of all the things that they've done. They got Halliburton. That's like the one.
That was good.
It.
You know what I'm saying? That was
the only good thing.
Yeah.
Man, I'm looking at
see, the thing is though, when they got Halliburton, we all were kind of like. What do they do? Because they had Brogdon, and then, okay, you're going to trade Brogdon this offseason, at least get something for him. They fucking gave him away.
Got
so
nothing,
it's just like, what are you doing? like you gave like the amount that you gave out to get Halliburton. As much as I like him, I think you gave out a whole like getting rid of Sabonis was like that's not
big
nothing.
deal.
That's a big that's a big fucking
all-star.
deal.
Yeah, come on, bro. That boy is a man. Sabonis is that dude, bro. And if he's in a big market, bro, they talking about him every week, like easily. You know what I'm saying?
If he was a free agent, every big team would want him.
Man, that was man. I think he trying to get a bunch of yes man, bro. Because I'm just looking at their roster, boy. That roster's ass. Like
nobody.
Like, because that's what I'm saying. DeAndre Ayton with Buddy Hield. So what you got? What you gonna encourage Buddy Hield to fire that rock the whole time and have Ayton just clean it up and Halliburton go do his thing? Like, I think that's like, is that supposed to be like Brogdon replacement? You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't going. You're not going. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I guess he's trying to get a bunch of.
And another low key departure that isn't getting talked about a ton because of the situation with Brooklyn. TJ Warren going to Brooklyn is like another scoring hole left by Indy.
But TJ missed he only played like 12 games this year though, didn't he?
Yeah, he got hurt.
Injury. But he had a really good year the year before.
Remember before the bubble? Like he was
the bubble. He was turning 40.
even before the bubble, remember, like he's the one that got into it with Jimmy, and Jimmy blew the kiss at him. But he was legit like going at it with one of the best players in the NBA. I mean, he obviously is not one of the best players in the NBA, but he was scoring like 20 plus. Yeah. He was scoring like 20 plus a night. Like he was balling. They just let him walk to Brooklyn. I don't know what they're doing. Devion, make some sense out of this for me.
That boy funny gonna have a nigga who always hurt,
right?
And then you gonna have a nigga who don't ever play because you don't know what version you gonna get. That's funny as fuck. I don't know, bro. I guess, man, I don't know what the fuck he trying to do yet. Maybe build a coach like you said, but like bro said, but what are you trying to get a bunch of like piss poor players that's gonna play their role so you can? That seems like an ego move, bro. Like, because this ain't no good coaching move, bro. It's like it's for sure a way to lose your fucking job. That's what this like he trying to retire early or something.
I get like wanting players that'll star in the role and everything and like fit your system. Like I get all that. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, you also like he got his championship because he had Dirk. Like all that shit was nice, having Terry do his thing, Kid playing his role at that stage in his career. Like all those role players are great. Nothing was happening if you didn't have Dirk.
Nothing. You're
giving away all your Dirks. Like you gave away Sabonis, you're giving away Brogdon. Like I don't like as good as I think Halliburton can be. Not that I'm saying any of them will ever be as good as Dirk. Let's not get that twisted. But I'm just saying every person that starts having some talent, you want to ship out for somebody that you think will conform to your style of offense. I don't know.
Like it's like he's trying to mix new and old basketball. Like because what you can't run no triangle offense. Like Buddy can jack that shit up, but he's not me personally, he should not be my number one option. And at this point, he is your number one option. So if you want to sell some tickets,
maybe you think Tyrese Halliburton can become like that guy.
Yeah,
I think that's fair because he's a 6'8", 6'9" guy that can handle the ball. Like I think that's fine to hope he can kind of become that. But again, like Buddy Hield needs to be Jason Terry.
Yeah, and no, that's what it is.
That's what his role.
But Buddy Hield's not even that consistent. He's not even that consistent of a 3-point shooter for real. Like he a streaky shooter.
He shoots a lot of them though.
Yeah, and that's my point. So you gonna have somebody like Ayton who gonna clean it up, but Halliburton is not like. I think you got you really got 3 players on there that should be number 2 and number 3 option, and you trying to see which one go fit the number 1 option, then let them fall in line. But you ain't, man, I don't care what nobody say, man. Like I said, Ayton is good because we've seen this before with Chris Paul and what's bro name? Tyson Chandler. He's a better offensively than Tyson Chandler, but we've seen this before. Ayton gonna go over there and he's not gonna be shit. Like he gonna go get his money, and then he gonna be like a decent player from here on out. You gonna stop hearing about him. You got one more year to hear about him. After that,
you'll hear about him, but he's gonna become that role player that good teams try and sign for like the mid-level exception. Like,
that's it.
Okay, yeah, okay, no, that's gonna be a
JaVale
real
McGee.
solid piece on this. Yeah,
on
like that type
hey,
of thing.
Like that's it, man. That's this shit. That was man. That's I don't know what the fuck these dudes doing. I don't know
Getting
what
paid.
these man. I Aiden should go get his money. I go get my money too, because big man, especially like his style of play, bro. You on the your time is ticking, my brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's sad to say,
I got no problem with any of the players getting their money. I'm just saying, I just don't want my team to give it to them.
Now I would shit. You at least got a smart team where shit. You know what I'm saying? See, hey, and this is a great transition too, because you know why? Because out of all the players that I thought would take the fucking money first and fuck up everything would be Harden.
James,
he did.
Freaking hard.
What's the
But reality
smartest
check,
so far?
bro.
Like the smartest person? Yes, that's what it is. Like, man, you better sacrifice some of that money, get somebody, because that performance.
You ain't that dude no more.
Hey.
All right, so let's talk about it.
Yeah,
great
man.
Transition, Devion. Harden takes a pay cut, $15 million.
Right.
I'm proud of him for that.
Just off this year, not hey. Respect.
I would never seen it. Come on, bro. We could have bet everything in the world. We would never bet that. I wouldn't have.
Oh, that hell no.
Never, man. That was a great move.
Now, the thing that's going to be interesting, though, is what do they do with that money? Because that money can't just be for PJ Tucker. Like, that can't be the end. That can't just be the end of it. Because that ain't gonna be like, I love PJ, but that can't be all you spent that money on. But yeah, no. Let's talk about it, Joe. What do you think this does for Philly? Now, they made a trade on draft night to get DeAndre Melton from Memphis. I thought that was actually a really underratedly good move. He was a really good role player for Memphis. Guards can guard 1 through 3, pretty much anybody on the wing, or guard your point guard. Solid kind of more backup point guard, can get you a bucket if you need to. What do you think, Joe? What do you think of the pay cut and what this does for Philly? What are your kind of expectations with the rest of the offseason?
Like, I expect to try to move Tobias Harris and maybe Thibault, which is what I would do, because then you got space and you can get you another star there. Then you'll have Joel Embiid, Maxey, James Harden, and then you could trade and you can get you another option offense. That would be great. I think that's what they need to do. Tobias Harris is cool. You know what you're going to get out of him. He'll be consistent defensively, offensively, maybe not. So you know what you're going to get out of him. It's not going to be great. He's going to be pretty good, but nothing great. So I wouldn't have no problem with you moving Tobias Harris, especially the amount of money that you paying him. And you just get another star, because everybody knows now James Harden ain't that dude. He's not going to be able to be that dude to get you 30 and 10 more. And you got Joel Embiid who can do that. You probably just need to get somebody to help defensively more than anything and get some buckets.
Let me throw this out.
James Harden don't do that anymore.
I hate to say this, but I'm making Philly a dark horse for KD. Think about, if you're talking about players, Harris, Maxey, Thibault. You gonna get something much better than that?
I don't know if Philly's gonna want to give up Max.
Well, if they don't realize, if you don't realize Joel Embiid has 2 or 3 years left.
I saw a report where they said that they said Maxey was damn near untouchable. So
wow.
I mean, that's why. That's why they're.
When I saw that, I was like, damn near untouchable. Yep.
I mean, I guess if you mean like damn near being like the only thing that is possible is like a Kevin Durant, then I could understand that a little bit. But no, you get Kevin Durant, you give up some fucking Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah.
That's like these delusional fucking Heat fans that say, "Oh, I don't want KD if it means giving up Bam." I'm like, you are out your fucking mind.
You're insane.
I will give Bam and my left nut away for Kevin Durant. Oh, no, that's
bye.
Fuck out of here.
Easily.
Bye. They act like these generational players. Like you do that with people like LeBron, Kobe. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. There are typically like maybe 3 or 4 players in the entire NBA at a given time that you would not give up somebody of that caliber. I don't.
Boy,
Tyrese Maxey would be gone tomorrow if it meant I got Kevin Durant.
I'm talking about bing. That boy out of there, boy. Oh, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. man, for Brooklyn get Tobias Harrison, I would do that.
I don't know if KD would be up for playing with. I don't because it seemed like he didn't exactly love how Harden kind of exited last year.
He didn't like James Harden not being in shape, but it looked like they fine playing together. They look like they.
No, yeah,
James
fit
Harden
on the basketball court.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was more so like that's why I said like I liked how the media is kind of like trying to put it on the players. It's really like what we've been saying. Brooklyn's just like that's a terrible organization. They just had a good bunch of good players to now they're using them as scapegoats. But Harden,
I kind of agree with that.
KD, and Embiid, you know how much pressure that take off Embiid. You know how many more games you get off him, and who's gonna stop them? Harden don't gotta score like that no more. He can score 15 points in the playoffs now. Who gonna stop that?
You know I fucking hate them, but I mean that's a championship.
That would be
nice. Come on, bro. And then PJ Tucker, he's making up. So that ain't bad. He making up. You know what I'm saying? He making up for like what Tobias Harris would. You know what I'm saying? With the defense right there, you don't need much offense from PJ Tucker. He might throw up. You know what I'm saying? 3 points, 4 points a game, have a little streaky game, but you ship him out of there. Tyrese Maxey, they have to give him up to make that trade work. I understand why you don't want to because he's 21 and you got opportunity in the future, but right now you got opportunity to win a championship. One championship is worth it all.
Joel Embiid's health.
One championship worth it all.
All those things that have been nagging Joel Embiid and how big he is, how much time he spends on the floor.
He got 4 years.
You don't try and win that championship in the next 2-3 years.
Yeah, it's a waste of money. Yeah, I'm talking about I'll put that in the media so fast, make it seem like Maxey's untouchable, then put him on that trade block. I'm trying to win games, baby. I'm not trying to be out here have favorites. And bro, he ain't that nice, bro, for you to be talking like that, bro. You act like this boy is a god.
Like he's good. Like he is really good. He's impressed me a ton.
He ain't like that for no KD.
Kevin Durant.
This is when
even if Tyrese Maxey becomes a superstar, perennial all-star, perennial first-team all-team, if you get Kevin Durant and can win 2 championships in the next 3 years, what guarantee do you have if you keep Tyrese Maxey?
Bro, this is when people arguing he's one of the top 10 greatest players ever, top 20 best players ever, and you talking about Maxey, bro? He's not even going to be in the top 100 when it's all said and done. Boy, get him out. Boy,
I ain't gonna put a ceiling on him like that. Man, but I feel you.
I will.
Most likely he will not. Most likely he will not.
I hope he prove me wrong. But man, we watch enough basketball, bro. Like, bro, hell no. I'm man, ain't nobody. I'm telling you, boy, unless you Steph, like Golden State, like a Golden State team. You know what I'm saying? AD wouldn't even be safe.
Just saying, 21 years old, Steph was still a Davidson.
You ain't lying. Anthony Davis not even safe. He
wouldn't even be safe. You know what I'm saying? You know how.
Boy, if I'm the Lakers, if I could get Kevin Durant, and it just meant giving up Anthony Davis, right over there, bro.
You know how nice you got
right there. I'll pack your bags.
Because and this is the thing about like talking about Maxey, he's 21, bro. KD really don't look like he's slowing down.
KD is all AD's trying to be, anyways.
That's a fact.
That's all he wants to be. So just go get the real thing.
Yeah, bro, that's a fact, bro. KD's not slowing down. We watching, like you really think about. We watching 2 of the best players we've ever seen in our lifetime with LeBron and KD, and they don't look like they slowing down at all. They look like they really getting better. You know what I'm saying? And they can maintain it. I'm for real, bro. They can maintain it.
This is disrespectful to what LeBron James did when he was in Miami. And that's not disrespecting him. Cleveland. Yes, it is, because this player is nowhere near that fucking player. That player
don't play defense.
Well, exactly.
That's fair.
But hey, it don't matter. He don't gotta have defense. He still won the ring.
He don't need to play defense to be putting up 30.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying like that show how.
No, I'm not saying he's still not all time great. I'm just saying. Man. I'm not. Think about he's getting better.
Think about what you just said. Like
compared to 2012,
I'm taking
when he's
getting better.
7 and 7.
Right.
Because that 2012, 2013 LeBron,
well, obviously
a better player ever created than that one. That was the greatest player to ever play basketball.
Step off on LeBron is 27-7-7. I'll take it. I'll be wrong with that then.
I wish I could be my worst here.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be wrong with that.
Seriously, right?
Man, KD, I'm just like I said, I want to see.
All right. Actually, let's pause right there on your Lakers. On your Lakers, I want to talk summer league.
We have to.
I know Devion, you said you haven't watched a ton of summer league. Joe, I don't know how much summer league you watched, but I watched a full game of your Lakers and then parts of another, and I want to just throw out
Scottie
Pippen Jr. has impressed me a little bit. I think he could be
Scottie
a
Pippen can ball.
solid bench player for the Lakers next season.
Or a great trade piece to go get Kyrie.
No, but he ain't gonna be
a two-way player. No, not too soon for that. He didn't even get drafted. Let's relax.
Kyrie will be a free agent by the time this guy is a trade chip for somebody. But I like the Lakers. The Lakers need to find some pieces. I think in their summer league roster that they can then take to the real team. And I'm not gonna lie, he's about the only one that I saw that I thought could maybe be that guy. I saw Shaq's son. I'm sorry, Sharif, but
he's not good. He's only on the team because Shaq.
It ain't gonna happen. I hope he improves and keeps getting better. But I was watching the game. I was out at a bar, and so I couldn't hear like the announcers like saying names or anything. So I'm just sitting. I'm like, this dude fucking suck. And then they zoom in and they show the back, and I was like, oh no. Not Shaq's son.
I seen a little clip, like a few
clips.
Dude
can't catch. He
seems
lost all the time. I was
like, he can't find his place. I say can't find his place with like Scottie, little Junior. He
got that defense just like his dad.
He can play D. Yes.
Yeah, he figured it out. Like that part is like he figured out Sharif. He gonna have to go through the like G League and like summer league. I don't even know if he'll make. I don't know if he gonna be like.
I think Sharif could make summer or make G League, but
off his name is not.
Well, no, I mean like at the end of he's 6'10", he's athletic, like he moves well. There's.
How long did he stay at college for? How long he stay in college for?
I think all 4 years.
Yeah, he need to go another 2 years. He would have been all right. He should have. You know what I'm saying? No offense, bro. Like with the way I'm looking at him play, and I hate Duke. But that would have been like one of the years, like you go to like a Kentucky or Duke or something, so they can get you ready. Because LSU
trying to transfer or something, yeah.
Yeah, LSU wasn't like.
Well, I mean, we can give him a benefit of the doubt. He was at UCLA, then had a heart condition, had heart surgery.
That's true.
So he kept him out for 2 years. Then he had to transfer to LSU. So I was giving him a little bit of benefit of the doubt. He had potential, and then it kind of just never came through.
No, I think he's a worthwhile player to put in the G League and see if you can like give him like NBA coaching for a year or two and like see if you can turn him into like a serviceable big man. Like I don't think that's out of the question, but I would just look like Lakers need to find like a little something
they don't need for next year. About it at all, bro.
Is he find a little something? I think Scottie might be a little. If you get one player from your summer league though that like contributes in the regular season, like that's a win. Like that's a fucking win.
Yeah, and then ship the rest of them players out, like THT and all them, go trade them for some other. Like people want them to go trade them and replace them. Like I'm cool with that because we do need something.
We don't have nobody like that though.
We got some potentials where people will actually go and take them. It's just like. Enough to go get a big time player like a KD or Kyrie and stuff. Now we might be reaching. You know what I'm saying? That'd be like being a fan. You know what I'm saying? That'd be.
All right. So the other team that I really wanted to talk about for. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You're probably gonna say it. Go ahead.
I just want to talk about how unfair life is in the NBA right now with the Warriors. Because Moses Moody, James Wiseman, and
Kuminga, bro.
Kuminga looks doesn't even look that great out in summer league, but Moses Moody out here dropping 30 pieces on. I'm like, oh my god. I was like, yeah. So he didn't get to play a lot last year, but I was like, god damn, he looks good.
Bro,
son of a bitch.
Show you how good their team is when you got players like that looking like like superstars.
Wiseman looks like he didn't lose any type of step or anything. Nope. He looks like he's good from the fucking surgery, which I'm happy for. But that team's gonna be good. Like that, they are reloading.
Talking about Golden State, they're gonna be good, bro.
All right, let's talk about Chet. I'm not gonna even give my commentary on it. I want to hear yours first, Joe. What were your thoughts of Chet?
Kind of good. That second game, he came against a real man, bro. Kenny Lofton Jr. came through. just throwing them all around the paint. And that's going to be the biggest concern. Against somebody with a big ass and some muscle behind them, they just going to come out the window. This is just the truth. The dude too little.
Somebody with a big ass.
Just straight body. You know what I'm talking about? That round basketball ass. That just be ass on your hip. Tristan Thompson would body his ass and get every rebound. I'm telling you. That's the problem. Because after that first game, I'm like, okay, dude got some skills. He's soft right now though.
That boy don't got no stamina. Like,
dude, he walks a lot. Oh my God, he walks so much.
Sad. Like, that's what I said. I've seen bits and pieces of like cool one game impressive, but
a lot of walking.
You off of blocking, boy, get your ugly ass all swirl, and you doing that because you blocking, boy. It don't take that much out you. You 7'9", brother.
It takes that much out of you to jump 4 inches, bro. Like, come on now.
7'9", brother. Like he's a poor man's KD. He's a poor man.
Don't even put KD's name in it.
Like he's a poor man version of everyone we ever see. Like he gotta hit that weight room. He gotta hit the weight room. And
he poor man's Andre Bargnani. That's what he is. Poor man Bargnani.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. I just like Joe. We talked about it after the draft episode. I just like this summer league is just it's doing a bad job of confirming all my doubts about him. I don't. Because my reaction was similar to like your reaction to the second game. I watched some Kenny Lofton Jr., who had some nice moments last year for Memphis, just walk him to the basket and then dunk on him. And I'm just like, if Kenny Lofton Jr. does that, how are you ever going to put Chet Holmgren on the same court as Joel Embiid?
Not happening.
Like, how are you going to do that? Because they're just going to run pick and roll. They're going to run screens to make sure Joel Embiid gets him as his defender. And Joel Embiid is going to punish him. Like I don't know who he can guard. Like he can maybe guard perimeter players, maybe because he's so long, but his feet are so slow. So I don't know who he can defend. And I'm sorry, I'm not impressed by him putting up some scoring numbers in summer league, some 20-something points and something that just doesn't impress me yet. Like, I get impressed when I see, like, smaller guards. I'll give you a perfect example. One of your Lakers right now who didn't play a single game for y'all last year, Kendrick Nunn. Kendrick Nunn was dropping 40 on people in Summer League, but he's, like, 6 feet tall. So that's impressive to me. Yeah. A 7+ foot dude dropping 20-something on Summer League players doesn't do anything for me. That's what you're supposed to do. Like, and we saw this at Gonzaga. Like, when he's playing people that are clearly inferior to him, okay, yeah, he can get some buckets. He go play a team full of some real players. The lights looked a little too bright for him. He couldn't quite get a shot off like that. That's what I'm worried about in the NBA. I'm not saying you can't figure it out, but I saw people talking about rookie of the year and all these things.
That's crazy.
I questioned the pick at the time. Paulo Banchero looked way more impressive to me in his summer league game than some Chet Holmgren did. That's just my opinion, though. And Jabari Smith.
Jaden Ivey looked pretty damn good, too.
Jaden Ivey looked good. There's been some impressive-looking rookies, so we'll see. We'll see on Chet. I hope he figures it out. I don't want anybody to do poorly, but my concerns have gone up, not down with Chet. But all right. We haven't done this game in a long time, so I'm excited to do this. Start, sit, cut. First one.
Man,
if you're a fan of the 2000s NBA, this is the one for you. Carmelo Anthony, Tracy McGrady, Paul Pierce. I almost don't want to hear Joe go because I just feel like Joe's gonna make me mad. Maybe I'll give you. We'll see. Joe, start us off.
I'm not gonna be that mad. I'm not gonna be that bad. Oh man, this actually kind of tough. My sit.
I'm not gonna lie. I had a little bit of an agenda with this one, but go on.
Hey, I'm not surprised. Man, this is tough. I'm gonna start Carmelo Anthony. I'm starting Melo just because I like what he's gonna bring me offensively. I know he ain't gonna do much defensively, but I know if I need a bucket, he gonna post up, he gonna
Ain't none of
pull
these
up,
dudes that
shoot it,
special
or he gonna make a
defensively.
3. I know none of them really. You're right. You're not lying. You're not lying. I'm taking Melo. I like his ability to shoot from all over the court, and then I'm gonna sit Tracy McGrady. I think he's a better offensive talent. Pierce. I'm cutting Paul Pierce. Can't stand Paul Pierce. If you really look at Paul Pierce, most of his numbers is just from longevity. Dude really wasn't shit until he got KG and Ray Allen.
Right.
He had maybe 2 or 3 good years before that, but he really wasn't that dude until he got some help. So I think his numbers are a little inflated. So I'm cutting Paul Pierce. He got to go.
Just throwing this out there. You cut the only person with a ring.
Yeah, how you doing that?
Okay. And Finals MVP. I don't remember. Was he Finals MVP? I think he was.
I think so. Yeah,
he did beat Kobe.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to be objective here, so I'm just
when did Melo ever play with Kevin Garnett or Ray Allen?
No, you ain't wrong.
What about
T-Mac? Denver was an amazing team, but he ran across.
No, it wasn't. Stop playing.
They were dogs, and he ran across them demons. They got stopped.
They had a couple. They had like 2 years.
Come on,
no, 2 years. I'm talking about they were nice. Then they ran across the Lakers.
But come on, bro.
Like they ran across us and they got stopped. Like
I got something to support you, Joe, but I'm gonna wait for my turn. Devion, go ahead.
Man, I'm starting T-Mac. I think T-Mac is a dog, and the only thing that ever stopped him literally was him getting hurt. Like
injuries.
Yep. Man, no injuries. T-Mac is probably a champion. Like, bro was a dog. I'm sorry. T-Mac was a dog. Like, I think he doesn't get hurt. I think that, T-Mac, Kobe conversation and things like that, I'm thinking people
that could have gone differently.
It would have been a little bit different because he was a man. People forget how nice he is. He needs to put some respect on him. I'm going to sit Paul Pierce. And the reason I'm saying I'm going to cut Melo. Melo was a dog, don't get me wrong. But one got it done. I don't care what we say. You had Ray Allen, you got KG, all this. One nigga had to be an alpha, and one nigga had to get it done. And he got it done, and he beat the Lakers. The same team that went and won it after. Twice. So, you know what I'm saying? I get it, Paul. I get Paul Pierce because Paul Pierce as a talent ain't better than Melo, bro. He's not. But if I'm gonna look at it from the standpoint of
I'm so disappointed in you, Devion.
He's not, bro. I'm just saying he's not a better player than him. But if I'm gonna put it in the positions where I know who can get it done with talent around him, Paul Pierce can get it done. Melo can't. No matter what the fuck Melo's been doing, no matter what team has been on, Melo's just a scoring animal at this point in his career. He ain't did shit besides be a good scorer. I'm sorry, bro. I like Melo, bro, but he gonna be another player. We're gonna say he was great, and then what did he really achieve? Nothing.
All right.
Just keep it G, man.
I've never been more disappointed in you, Devion.
I'm just being real,
never
bro.
been more disappointed.
Hey. And I don't like Paul. I don't like Paul Pierce. I'm gonna keep it G. I don't like him, but at least he, you know what I'm saying? The times he had where he could have won, he at least won one. Melo didn't. And Melo's really been a big disappointment to everybody because, you know what I'm saying? Just be real with you. Melo is just a disappointment right now. The great talent that he was, and he ain't win shit.
All right, you're getting disrespectful.
Keeping it real.
You turned him in.
Melo's not a goddamn disappointment. He took the money. He's not a disappointment. All right, so I'm starting T-Mac. I am starting T-Mac. So I don't know if I've said on this podcast before. I'm sure you two know this about me, but T-Mac is who made me fall in love with basketball. I fucking love T-Mac. So there was not a chance in hell I was not picking Tracy McGrady to start. Like he had everything: 3-point game, mid range, dunk on you, like incredible. He even had he wasn't a great defender by any means, mostly because I don't think he cared too much about being a defender. But when he decided to defend, he was, I think, easily the best defender of these three.
Agreed.
T-Mac to me, I'm starting. I am sitting Melo because, again, walking bucket. And here's what I was going to say, Joe, that I think supports your argument over Paul Pierce. Yes, Paul Pierce has the ring. He got the Finals MVP. Paul Pierce is on like 4 good teams. Like that might be slightly understated. When has Melo's team ever sucked? Paul Pierce was on a bunch of trash ass fucking Celtics teams, like dog shit. Just scoring. Like everything that I feel like people try to use against Melo is like, oh, he just out there scoring. Like when Melo was in his prime doing his thing, he was going to the playoffs. Those Denver teams were a fucking problem. They just ran into fucking Kobe and the Spurs.
Yeah. The same team Paul Pierce beat.
Okay, but Melo never got. I'm sorry, Melo didn't. Melo wasn't drafted in an organization that was like, as competent as the Celtics were. They pulled off KG, Ray Allen, drafted Rondo and Perkins. Like that's part of it. Like that's context. That matters. If we're talking about individual players, like I'm taking Melo. Fuck Paul Pierce. He thinks he's better than some goddamn Dwayne Wade, so that's minus 10 points in my fucking book. He thinks he's
better than everybody, bro. That's crazy.
Well, he's supposed to think that. Well,
and his ugly ass went to Kansas. So, no, fuck him. He's cut. I'm cutting the fuck out of Paul Pierce. I mean, obviously great player, legendary battle with LeBron, but we saw what happened. If LeBron just wouldn't have been in such an incompetent fucking organization, Paul Pierce does not have no fucking ring. If LeBron James had a team that was as competent as the Spurs or even the Nuggets, just as competent as the Nuggets, if the Cavs could have done what the Nuggets did for Melo, Paul Pierce ain't seen no fucking ring. Paul Pierce don't even know what a finals is like.
He still got it, and what's it called? LeBron went back to that same incompetent organization and got him a ring. So I'm not hearing that Melo had a chance. I'll give you one thing.
LeBron was GM the second time around.
I know. I'll give you one thing to support your argument. The fucking Knicks ruined Carmelo's career. I'll give you that. Like that ruined his career.
He took the Knicks to the playoffs.
But the last 2 years,
that should be a fucking bonus point. They were, but to me, like at that point, Melo had kind of already.
Man, that was a piss poor organization,
over the peak.
But you see, it's just like I said, when you go on individual players and all that shit, it's not even. I think it's not even close with Melo and Paul Pierce. I'm not picking it off that because Melo is dope. I'm just saying, like, if I had a chance to win a ring and a player I know can get it done, the lesser the player got it done. And I don't even think it's like this close between them. I think it's like this.
Enough.
I'm just keeping it G.
Enough.
Man, it's
enough,
cool, bro.
Enough good things have been said about Paul Pierce on this show. I will not stand for it anymore.
I don't like
too much.
They beat us. Do you know how bad that hurt us? That was our 3-peat. And this fuck boy messed that up. Like, that hurts me to say that. I have to give him credit for that. Like, I don't want to, but.
All right, we're going on to Big Man Edition. Dirk Nowitzki, Chris Bosh.
I like this one.
Anthony Davis.
Three rings.
They all got rings. They all got rings. It's not just 3 rings. There's 4 rings here because one of them got 2. But they all got rings. Joe, I'll let you start this one off too.
Well, we all gonna say the same thing.
I'm taking.
Maybe.
I'm starting Chris Bosh because I think he's the best basketball player out of all 3 of them, offensively and defensively. He's gonna get 10 every single night. Dude, he a bucket. He gonna get you a bucket, but defensively, he just not what Chris Bosh is. Anthony Davis gotta go. I can't deal with a big man. You that damn big, but you soft as fucking tissue. You gotta go. Like, I can't deal with that softness. He don't have a hard order drive to want to win. On my team, you gotta go, bro. So sit your ass down, read clothes like usual, because you cut.
Hey, bro, that's real.
Right,
We'll get one the same.
Devion, what do you think?
I'm just gonna start with the cut. I'm cutting AD, bro. Like, for the exact same reasons, bro. Like I feel you on that. That's why I say, like, you got 3 people got rings. Like, that ring that AD got, bro, you better be thanking God that LeBron was on your team because you would have been a fucking loser. Like, you would have been one of the best players we like, man, that boy used to be able to hoop when he was inside the rim. Like, this boy is trash. Like, you know what I'm saying? And all the stuff with the media don't help it. And it's just like, and it hurts for me to say it because, you know, like I used to get on Will all the time, man, cool out on AD. But Will's right. Like that basketball comment. I'm like, bro, you keep proving this man right, bro. Like, AD is, thank God for LeBron and the Lakers organization for being able to pull that off to help his career.
You know, and Goran Dragic and Bam and Jimmy all getting hurt in the game one.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna get it because we'll know how like
injuries happen. Injuries happen.
We'll
Lakers
know how I feel about that.
Team.
That was it could have went a different way. And I'm being honest because it scared me. That whole finals run scared me. I'm gonna start, and this I don't know because Bosh is dope, bro. He is, man. Bosh is. I'm gonna start Dirk.
I'm not mad at that.
And it's like to me, it's like you really don't have a wrong answer with Dirk or Bosh, honestly, because Dirk is, bro. He's a walking bucket. You can't stop his shot offensively. Defensively, he is absolutely dreadful. The worst one out of these three by far. He's just known for how good he is offensively. Good.
The thing is, though, like you got to remember too, like most of Dirk's career, he was not asked to have to be like a perimeter defender. Like he really wasn't he wasn't a liability in terms of like being a post defender. Right. Like what he had to spend the majority of his career doing defensively, he was actually fine at. Like he wasn't a liability.
But he had good players around him.
His later years, once it became more spread out, that's when it really started looking bad. Yeah. But that's also when Father Time had like fully caught up to him. And it was just like oh.
But he had like the organization. He's actually a part of a good organization that actually managed to win one time. Where he had the pieces around him where you know what I'm saying, like they'll play defense, they'll play their roles.
Yeah.
And I'm just giving Dirk. I'll start Dirk with the only thing we can really go off of because they all talents. Like I guess I can go off like championship runs because. Bosh, and it's really impressive. That's why it's kind of hard because it's really impressive for Bosh to be that good and take a backseat like that and still put up numbers like that.
Yeah,
that's why I'm saying like it's kind of hard. But his run, because that first run they had, I thought they would win, but D-Wade, that's what made me realize like D-Wade is like one of the best shooting guards, one of the best players we've ever seen. For him to take that away from Dirk, and then Dirk came back, and it's like. That's sweetest revenge ever. Like that run was amazing. And then I would sit Bosh for that reason because I know he can be a number one option or he can be a second or third option and he still can get the job done. He's not sacrificing nothing. And the only thing why I can kind of like sit him, the only thing that kind of like a stain on him is he like a health thing to stop his career early. That's it. It's what I'm saying. It's the T-Mac thing, but 1-1. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like
it's even worse. At least like T-Mac could like keep trying to come back. Like doctors had to tell Bosh like sit your ass down. You might fucking die.
You know what I'm saying? That's the part where it's just like how good, how much better he would have been.
Oh man.
I actually agree with your list, Devion. This may be blasphemy coming from a Heat fan, but I am going to start Dirk and put Bosh on the bench and. You both know what it is. AD, you're out of here with me. If there is a prayer of AD not being cut, it lied with y'all too because it was never going to happen for me.
Not after this year.
I think the thing that really does it for me is when Dirk won, Dirk was the guy, and he was the only guy.
6-man, second best player.
Yeah, like Jason Terry was his next best player. Like that's fucking tough, and to do it against that team. Now I get it, LeBron. LeBron played a big role in making sure Dallas won that. LeBron didn't show up that finals, but it still took all of that from Dirk because Dwayne Wade was at that point, the knees hadn't quite gone yet. Like Dwayne Wade was still Dwayne Wade. Bosh was still being Bosh. I mean, that was a legendary. I hate when people make that finals solely about LeBron because it really does take away from what Dirk did. And Dirk was fucking amazing.
Thank you.
Dirk was amazing. LeBron choked, but Dirk was fucking amazing at the same time.
How many free throws did he miss? How many free throws he missed in the playoffs?
I don't know about the plays, but like in
2
the
or
finals,
3
in the
he
finals.
missed like 4 free throws in the finals.
Yeah, he shot like 95% from that, and he was out there. Man, it was
ridiculous.
And they was making fun of him, and it's just like,
no, but
he's sick.
Devion, I'm glad you made the point though, because I really agree. I would have loved to see that post LeBron leaving Miami.
Oh, man,
I would have loved to see that
crazy.
chapter for Chris Bosh and seen what that would have looked like.
The way the
That could have
floor
maybe
stretched now, oh my god.
Oh, that would
like
have
that could have maybe
crazy.
changed this conversation for me. It could have maybe changed it for me, but we don't know. So I got to go Dirk as a starter.
Man,
but Joe, I'm not mad at you. Like I think because the defense is a great point too. Like Bosh was versatile as fuck, and really that defense was a huge component to the Heat's success with him and why they were able to win the 2 rings that they did win. But all right,
let me ask Joe that, because we talked about it before. If we would have switched AD and KG, would it have made your decision a little harder?
KG was the other one I was suggesting.
Yeah.
I would have put a current player in there.
That would have made it a little harder.
That would have made it harder.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's a walking bucket.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's a walking bucket. But
Bosh all of a sudden becomes the second best defender.
Yeah, right. Yeah, damn.
I'll say this too, as a Lakers fan, I was so mad when he went there, bro, because I love KG and his man, but he went to that weak ass Celtics. But I low key was happy for him when he won, but it was at our expense.
Anything is possible.
That shit great, boy. That's a meme, boy. That's great.
All right, last one. Start, sit, cut. A little different though. Need a single bucket on a single play. Not who's the better player and all that. You need one bucket. 10 seconds left on the clock. You need a bucket. Who's gonna go get you that bucket? AI, Kyrie, James Harden. Joe, you get the start us off.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Jamie, because you're not gonna make a bucket. This boy can't. No, gone. I seen him in pressure situations. Can't handle it. Nope. I'm not gonna even let him pull up a 3.
Yes, sir.
He'll get 30 opportunities and miss every single one of them. Fuck out of here. You cut right away. Second, oh man, this is hard. This hard to me right here because I seen AI at least win 1 game against the Lakers, and he had nobody. His second best player was. But I done see Kyrie pull up and do things too. I'm sitting Kyrie and I'm starting AI just because that dude's 6 foot. He got at least 1 game against Shaq and Kobe. So I'm starting AI. Then I'm gonna sit Kyrie. I done seen him make big shots in big moments. It's kind of hard not to put him number 1, but AI is that dog. I have faith he gonna do it just off of grit alone. He gonna get the bucket. So I gotta start AI. Sit Kyrie. James Harden is not. It's obvious you out of here.
Oh yeah. That was yeah.
Devion.
Yeah, Harden gone. I said after this year, if he play bogus like he is, I'm never fuck with him again. He's the greatest.
All right. Y'all know I hate James Harden. But
I'm giving
we're
you
obviously taking AI at his best, Kyrie at his best.
I'm
James Harden at his best.
I'm saying even with all that, like regular.
I mean, don't get it twisted. You know, I'm cutting his ass too.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying.
Great. I'm
saying
saying
get too disrespectful.
Great regular season player, but the game with a lie, he ain't hit it. He go fumble it, bro. That's what I'm saying. I haven't seen him on really real important games. Nah. But AI and Kyrie, man, that big shot against Golden State with Kyrie. But that but the AI game, I remember they only won 1. They only won that 1 game. But it made Kobe and them have to rethink everything, go study that. That helped bring the Kobe that we love the most. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably go big shot. AI, man. I gotta go with AI. Because AI is the father of half these players, man. I'm sorry. He's the reason why we see half these. Like, seriously, AI, that man, your height, Will, you might be taller than him. Like for real, you might actually be taller than AI. And
if
a
he's
walking
taller than
bucket.
me, it ain't by much.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
He was a walking bucket, bro. And makes 5'11", 6 foot, walking bucket. Everybody feared him on there. Like, and he took that, that weak ass team. Like, just every time he touches the ball, it scares me. Just Kyrie's the same way, but it's just like Kyrie makes he'll take a little bit more difficult shots than what AI does. AI just so saucy, and he's gonna make the best shot at the right time. And I'm just like, I gotta go AI, and I gotta sit Kyrie, man. And that's tough though. This is the hard. That was the hardest one to me. This is the hardest one.
No, this is tough.
The hardest one.
This one's tough.
Tough.
Because the way I look at it, AI obviously an amazing scorer. He more of a volume guy, like any given shot, the likelihood of it going in. I think Kyrie's probably your guy, but I'm like kind of factoring in like clutch and like they're both clutch. Like obviously I already said Harden, you're done. You're cut. You're not in this. Man, this is hard though, because like the thing that does it for me about AI though is one, we talk about their big shots, right? Biggest difference. Well, it might not be the biggest, but one big difference is AI was the guy. Kyrie was the second guy.
Man.
But Kyrie's was in Game 7 to win.
And
AI was in Game 1
to lose,
where they end up getting gentleman sweep. So
that's a fact.
That's what's also tough. At the end of the day, Kyrie's team was better. Kyrie had a LeBron. AI had AI, and then it was some fucking Eric Snow and an older Matumbe. Like
Eric Snow, I forgot.
Like I mean, what? Like what was AI supposed to do with that squad? You know what I'm saying? So
how they even made it that far with that squad is just impressive by AI. That team is booby.
I'm gonna agree with you guys. AI, I'm starting. Kyrie, I'm sitting. And James Harden, I'm almost mad at myself for including him in this conversation, but
I was trying to think of somebody else who would be like super clutch like that.
Which is no one else is like
Dame.
No, but Dame can't get it. Dame can't get his like James Harden can get his shot off better than Dame Lillard. Now, if they get their shot off, who do I expect it to go in? I would like Dame Lillard shooting it, but I don't trust that he would get it off like I trust James Harden to at least be able to get it off, if that makes sense.
Yeah, not fair.
All right.
You didn't want to put Curry in there? Put Steph in there?
That's not fair.
You know, he's not clutching big moments.
Stop. Oh, see, I guess I could have put him in there because you would have said some disrespectful shit. Like Curry is just in a different class than those guys.
I would have disrespected him too, but I'm glad you did.
All right, lever violence because I'm dodging that landmine.
That's
good Lord, Joe.
Man.
Joe, you choosing lever violence, bro?
Man, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna choose some love. I'm gonna choose some love today. I'm gonna give Brittany Griner a shout
of the year.
Out. Why not? Yeah, I was, man. They look like my kids.
Cuddy, that's why. Well, that's funny as fuck.
Nah. I'm giving love to Brittany Griner. I know she can do over there. Like, yo, she needs some over love. There for 10 years, bro. We gotta get her back. We gotta get her back, bro. Somebody gotta do something. Come on, man.
They about to trade her for that drug lord, baby.
I don't even like that, bro. Yep, the Merchant of Death. Like, come on, bro. If we can save LiAngelo Ball from stealing from the Gucci store in China, I know we can save her ass from bringing some weed over to Russia. Like, come on, bro. She been over there too long. We need to get some love. Make sure she's not forgotten.
I'm with you, Joe.
Difference, bro. They the same difference, bro. They the same difference.
No, they're not. Well, no, they're not the same difference. Like it is different. It's different. Like
it's a little different. I mean, this is bad, bro. China's trouble.
No, but you got to talk about. You got to think about the people that you got to trade. There's no.
They just had
we don't have any Chinese.
Come on, bro.
They're playing
I
two
understand
different.
that, but I'm saying
two different games.
you have to think about it and what we have to give them back. We don't have a Chinese person that is of the danger.
The merchant of
guy
death,
that we would give
just
Russia
give him
back.
Like he.
But
I do want to for the merchant of death.
What I do want to point out, Joe, is another inequality that has led to Brittany Griner even having to be over there in the first place is the pay difference that the WNBA stars get. I'm not saying they should be paid $50 million like the NBA players. I'm not saying all that, but if
you tell me Brittany Griner can't get $1 million now,
right? I'm like Brittany Griner should not. She is way too talented to be supplementing her WNBA salary with an overseas salary. That's ridiculous. Like the women's game is plenty good.
She makes more money than any WNBA player, a head coach. Like, come on now.
Becky Hammond, she was assistant to Pop in San Antonio. Now she took a head coaching job with the Las Vegas Eight. And the thing that really bothers me about it is like I hear all these people are like mocking, they just had their WNBA All-Star game. I don't remember the woman's name, but she got a breakaway. She dunked it. She dunked it, and then like they all went crazy, and it was like a rim grazing dunk that nothing that we would get excited about seeing in an NBA game, and everyone was mocking it. And like I get it, like it's not as high flying as the men's game, but what gets lost is how good the women's game is right now. Like, again, I'm not saying that they could go out there like the best women's team is not going to go beat the Lakers. I'm not saying any of that, but it is very good basketball. They should be compensated for it. We should pay attention to them. I guarantee you this: they go out there and beat some men's fucking college basketball teams, and the TV contracts.
I bet you win a bucket. Shit.
Oh yeah, you get all these dudes that get on there that played like
we couldn't get a bucket
basketball in high school. Talk about they couldn't even guard me, but they would sauce your fucking ass up. We used to play at SLU. We would play with the women's team at SLU, who fucking sucked. They won like 5 games a year, and our girl Missy Price would come out there and give us fucking buckets. All right, and we're pretty good. We were pretty good rec players, right? Like, come on now. Like, don't disrespect them like that. Don't disrespect those ladies. Can fucking hoop. They will. Hoop
they made it there for a reason, for sure. Like they ain't like way more skilled than like.
And I get it. I used to not like watching the women's game. A lot of set shots, but they're so far beyond.
So much better now, man.
They're
so much more athletic.
Yeah, the moves all look the same. They're not as athletic because they don't have the same physical traits that men have. But the game is still good. Pay those women so we don't have to lose people like Brittany Griner.
Yeah, ain't no girl out there like I'm 5'9" and I could dunk. I'm not expecting no girl who below like 6'5" go out there dunking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just it's not the same.
If that's your baseline of what you think basketball is, and you're a casual and you don't even understand basketball at the beginning.
But this kind of be fucked up, but I don't care. I'm gonna say it anyways. Now Brittany Griner has now made it to history books more than one time, and it's gonna help her long term too. But yeah, Russia's playing a different game. I ain't gonna say it like that, but people gonna remember her a little bit more. I know if I didn't know about basketball, I definitely it'll make me look into her career. I'm like, dang, she is kind of cold. Like, you know what I'm saying? It'll make me be more of a fan. Like, I ain't gonna say like biggest fan, but it's just like a different perspective.
It's a very sad commentary on like America and how we view women's sports, because like it's fucked up that it would take that for people to know who she is.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like,
she's legitimately one of the best players in the WNBA, and like people kind of forgot about her ever since she left Baylor.
Well, she had that fruit, boy. I ain't gonna lie.
Devion, love her violence, bro.
My fault.
Well, shit, beat your ass, boy.
Big,
you hear me?
She like 6'8". She would. Little boy, who you talking to?
I'll squash you. Look at that, boy. She ain't not gonna play with you. I'm picking violence. As always, I was gonna go with the Knicks, but Fuck no.
That's too easy.
They already made me
I was
mad.
gonna say the same thing. New week. Devion
Nah.
choosing to hate on the Knicks.
I ain't gonna choose them because they made me mad again this week.
The
But
tampering with Jalen Brunson.
I saw something
This dude sent a whole post to our group chat. I'm like,
bro, I was
what is
mad,
I
bro.
couldn't even follow what he was. He was just angry typing shit. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Bro, I was so happy I read about the
talking
John Wall thing. I mean, the Bill thing.
I was happy for Brad's contract, but then the Knicks want to go fuck shit up. I'm like, what are you talking about?
They was
it
on
was just the Knicks mentioned in the same post. Like,
yeah, they was like on one slide after. I'm just like, bro, I can't get away from them, bro. Like they listening to me, man. Like, but I'm gonna switch it up. I'm going to hate on the Pacers because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like, I don't know what their organization is doing, what they trying to accomplish here, and why are you giving up these players that got absolute fruit for these secondary players? Like, these really are top 6, 7 man. Like Buddy Hill, like Halliburton. That I like him. I like his game, but you give no nasty Brock for nothing. For nothing. And you're about to give, you get Sabonis is gone. That nigga was a walking bucket. Like, he was that dude. And you're about to give up Miles Turner for a fucking pole man, big man. And you're going to have 2 good years out of him. And you're going to be looking back like, what the fuck did we do wrong? Why do we give all this up?
Or whatever his name is.
Boy.
Whatever his name is.
Boy. That's what I'm saying. I don't even know how to say his name either. That's the thing about he's the T-man. That's
y'all
the
so
man.
Wild. Y'all know that's Daniel Tice.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, we don't even care to say his name right. We have to think sometimes to even say it right. That's who you gave up for them. Like, come on, bro. You like it's like this. I'm gonna be quiet because I was gonna say something. I said off camera, but I was gonna say something wild. But what the fuck? The organization is trying to prove here, get these yes men, all these little pussy boys and all that shit. They gotta stop this, man. I'm trying to watch good basketball. And I don't want to keep seeing the good teams be good. I want to see some of these other teams, little smaller market teams. I want to see some exciting teams like the fuck we saw with Memphis. I'm excited to see them play again. Pacers was actually, I watched games with them this year. Like I watched more than, you know what I'm saying? I watched more than 5 games with the Pacers because you had Sabonis and Brogdon. That's gone.
You ain't trying to watch the Hoosiers?
Thank you, bro. Like I'm watching the NCAA team right now, bro. I'm watching a college basketball team right now. Like, I don't want to see Buddy Hill throw up 40 shots and make 15. And they say, oh, he had a great game. I'm not trying to see that, bro. Like, they need to stop this, bro. They need to blow this team up or go trade them. Go sell them to a whole nother, like, city. Let them try. Like, because this ain't working.
So give St. Louis a shot.
Bro, hey, we ain't had it since the Hawks, baby. We need something here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? If they bless me with some money or something, I'm going to try. You know what I'm saying? I don't got that type of paper, but, you know what I'm saying? It's a dream.
Damn, you about to get really blessed.
Man, hey, bro. You don't want to see it. You don't
I think all 3 of us might need to get blessed to make that happen.
Man, you hear me? Because you don't want to see me with no money like that, boy. We'll get off that. What? What's Dan Brazil? What's his name? Dan something. The hoes liquor and on the boats. I'm talking about what 50 years. I might not make it past 50. I'm gonna get one of the Wilt Chamberlains.
All right, well, I'm gonna wrap it up then.
Oh man!
This dude having a daydream, right? Live on camera. You just became a whole nother person.
Oh man! I'm gonna have to see y'all who that is too. I'm gonna see y'all gonna get weak even more when I see.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I don't say, bro. That.
That's funny.
Oh man, something's wrong with you, boy.
There's a lot wrong with you. All right, I'm gonna choose love. I'm gonna do it to my favorite Summer League players so far that I think is going to be on the Miami Heat's roster next year. Marcus Garrett got them clamps, making life hell for everybody. I'm just hoping the offensive game comes along with it because he's got Heat culture written all over him. If he can get the offense going, I just need him to get a jump shot. That's all. Jump shot, 3-pointer, boom. But he's been locking shit up in Summer League, doing his thing. He was I think he was a two-way player last year. Played almost exclusively with the G League team. So this is kind of the year I would expect him to take a nice big jump. But he's been doing his thing so far. So I'm gonna give him a little love. Marcus Garrett. Maybe we can get him on the podcast. He hasn't got too big time for us yet.
Man, Joe gotta make it happen, man.
Come on, Joe, Mr. Contacts.
Bro, get his Bradley Bill on her, bro. What number?
I don't know if he probably wouldn't do that. He probably wouldn't do that. I can get us somebody for sure.
I don't care, bro. Get us somebody, man.
Y'all heard it here. I'm clipping that, putting that one out on social.
Get us JaVale McGee.
Joe's getting to somebody.
Get us JaVale McGee.
Not JaVale McGee.
Hey, bro, JaVale McGee funny as fuck, bro. I don't care what nobody say. That boy funny as fuck. Get us JaVale. Mr. Shaq.
That's funny.
Devion.
I'm gonna get us Rudy. No.